Social responsibility is very confusing to me, along with so many others. The problem, I think, is that social responsibility, when we talk about it, is a tendency to blame business for all the ills. Therefore, everything always seems to come down to corporate social responsibility. What is their rights? What is their responsibilities in the real world? And why aren't they doing it? Exercising maturity or responsibility, call it what you want, but it seems to be very confusing. That's the basis of my argument. In my interpretation, I don't view social responsibility as just one person or one entity being the dominant party. I tend to view social responsibility as a symbiotic relationship between business, government, and a people. A relation that benefits the environment and society at large. So as is, social responsibility, such as defined in Wikipedia, is an ethical framework which suggests that an entity, whether it's an organization or an individual, has an obligation to behave for the benefit of society at large. So in essence, social responsibility is everybody's responsibility. It's the responsibility to act in a normal pattern or fashion as to maintain a balance between the economy and the ecosystem. So much so that there's a trade-off between economic development in the material sense and the welfare of society and the environment. Social responsibility thus means sustaining the equilibrium between the two, between government, between society, between business, and between people in the world that we live in, such as it is. And social responsibility also has to be intergenerational. We have to teach the young to accept responsibility so that when they grow and mature, they have a better world to live in, or a world that offers them opportunity. One thing that we all seem to have that we can't seem to get across is that we all love money. Everybody loves money. The government loves money. Business loves money. People love money. We may not admit it, but we like spending money. We like having goods. The government needs money to spend bills, to provide services to the people, to pay for the money which they borrow from the citizens, both domestic and foreign. And people, as I said, just love spending money, and business loves making money, so that they can make more money. Once again, it's a symbiotic relationship. We all want money, we want jobs, we want the good things in life. Right now, the tendency, however, and has always been, is to view big business as a heavy-set, jovial man wanting more. And then honestly, this is not all that far wrong. Men have been in control of the business world. They control all the offices, but they've also been the one that have built the large corporations over time. However, they have denied women and women have been denied the opportunity so that they cannot prove themselves. It wasn't until the Fair Labor Standards Act that things began to change. This set up certain standards automatically for pay, safety, child labor, and eventually leading into women going to work, which also led to a code of conduct and a code of ethical behavior, which, despite the religion, we did not practice in business. Over time, however, women have gained a larger and larger share in the world of business and have earned a place to where now they are beginning to challenge for leadership roles, and rightly so. Business, however, has been responsible for creating industrial pollution. But this is also because these are the products that people want. We have taken advantage of the soil, the water, the air, the resources, human labor, because at that time it was very standard. The most basic thing or difficult was learning what was very basic. Humans also have polluted the environment, but this also was because of the laws which allowed it. Waste dumps, pollution of the water, also by humans as business has done. Landfills have created leaching chemicals into the soil, which endangered the soil and the water on top of what was being polluted, sent into the water by companies, and also by municipalities, which was also states. There we have the waterways. At this point, we're still polluting. Plastics and other items which have infiltrated the waterways and even the oceans are being used by aquatic life to eat and become entangled in and dying. These are the natural resources that we depend upon for food and also for balance of the aquatic life. So the soil is not only being polluted, our natural waters are not being polluted, international waters are being polluted. And also international aquatic life is being polluted. The oceans are being used as a dump just as much as the land is. This is the future that we are looking for unless we do something on a larger scale. Right now, the continental United States, as portrayed in this map, is being shown to be polluted by water. At current, as it recorded in 2008, Texas was the most polluted state in the country for mercury level. Mercury, needless to say, is a highly toxic chemical which is dangerous, leading to many, many problems. While these are controlled by EPA and other federal governments, primarily the laws I'm referring to now are state laws. Each and every state has its own laws, as can be shown here. California and Idaho, along with Maine and a few other states, according to this map, are the lowest producers of mercury poisoning in the soil for people, their citizens. One could view this map and see how they stand against the other states and what their chances of being poisoned or the dangers that are present for them. Right now, there's a new process going under in universities and such. And this is called share value. And in the share value process, companies or the younger entrepreneurs are being asked to view how not only internal stakeholders, which would be the employees, management, and the owners, but also the external shareholders, suppliers, societies, government, creditors, shareholders, and customers. This is an effort for a company to show what their value is in the greater scheme of the things, such as social responsibility. How can they be socially responsible? What kind of products can they have? And how can they present them to present their brand and defend the brand?